Okay, so we'll try to wrap up the video in this section. I really wish I would open the lobby. Well, actually, never mind. I can't open the lobby because it's not live or whatever. Okay, anyways. Um, so what do we have here? We have two jacks. Blinds are sickly high. 1200. I mean 12,000 and 25,000. Pot is 59,000 pre-flop. I'm very short stack, as you can see. I mean 1.58 million chips. 866,000, 300,000, 1.1 million, 521, 1.1 million. So I'm just looking for a spot to shove. This looks like a great spot, doesn't it? Yep. He raises. I'm obviously shoving and hoping he has like tens. What do they have? Nines. Cool. I'm glad he didn't have tens. Alright, so we double up here. Now we have an, I believe now I would say we have like, I think average at this point was maybe like 600,000. So we're right, right below the average, which is not that bad. I don't know why I have this hand marked, but okay. 10 queen, okay. And so now we pick up chips. And I'm gonna definitely raise here. Um, especially because these guys are pretty deep and I want to try to pick up their chips. The only thing I should be careful is this guy is a decent player, so he might look at my raise as a steal and shove on top. So I raise and called. Ace queen 7. Now it's kind of interesting because I don't have a lot of chips to play with, but I definitely have to see bet here. And he checks and I see bet and falls. So it's a pretty standard spot, but the reason I put him is to show that you want to continue stealing, and just because they have a million chips and whatnot doesn't mean you should not raise and be like, I'm just gonna wait for a spot to shove or anything like that. Okay, but again, you should be careful because this guy again could shove on top. Okay, okay, don't freeze on me now. Alright, next hand right here. We do some chips here, I guess. And what do we have around the button? Ace 4, we have 500,000, we lost some chips. We were standard open, min raise. And Gula calls, and he checks, and we see bet, and he calls, and the turn is queen, and he checks, and we check behind, and river he fires, and we vote. I mean, I don't know, I guess I could just check the flop because it hits his range. But I felt if he's defending with ace 8, ace 9 kind of hand, or ace x kind of hand, I want him to fold. And I want to take it down on the flop. Plus, what was my hand? I forgot. Did I have ace hearts? No, out of 4 hours, whatever. So, and on the turn, I mean, I just kind of gave it. It was just a standard c bet kind of play. And now I'm back to very short stack. I think I was probably the second or the third shortest stack in the tournament now. So, again, looking for shove spots, and I find one. Right, better. Yeah, find one with pocket 10s, I believe. I have roughly 10 big lines, and my M is like, how low is my M? 30, 45. My M is like 4ish. And there's a limp by Abdullah. And look at that, he's playing 45-14, so he's sort of a bad player, but I'm surprised he has so many chips. Okay. And he limps, and he calls, and we're gonna shove here, obviously. And Abdullah calls, which doesn't scare me really. I don't think he has me beat here. Maybe a coin flip, which was king 9. I was pretty happy about that. Obviously, this play is horrible, and I should make a note of that, and I probably did in my poker star notes. I mean, he should have raised here if anything. Actually, the raise is bad too with this kind of hand because I shove, and he can shove, and he can shove. So we get paid because of bad players, which is great. Very next hand I pick up pocket 8s. And here's the Okay, and we call. I definitely could shove there, but the reason I didn't, and the reason I marked this hand is because this guy is a top 5. He is raising a little more from early late position, but he's not raising much, so he could have 2 overcards, and I'm not looking to get in a coin flip now that I picked up some chips. And he calls, so now I'm sort of getting the right price to chase my set. And flop comes 8 9 10. Now it's a pretty interesting situation here. I don't want to check because I think if a player like him who's playing relatively tight, if he has aces or kings or queens, he's gonna stack me off regardless of how I play. But more importantly, I don't want this board to go check on. I think if he has something like sixes or ace jack, or sorry, not ace jack, ace queen, I think he's gonna check behind. So I'm just scared these guys are gonna check behind. So I just lead out for a pretty big bet, and I was trying to shove the turn. I was not betting for value, I was betting more for protection than value. So we take that one down there, and we're up to 1,000,000 chips, guys. I feel like I have a chance. Alright, close this shit. Okay, what do we have here? King 4. Oh, okay. What is it, a steal, I guess. So we're 6-handed now. People are playing tight. So here I'm raising, and the reason I'm raising here is because I have a tight player here. I have a tight player here. I have a fish here. Fish doesn't have a lot of chips, so I mean, with his stack, he's such a bad player that he's just gonna call me here with like random 2 cards, even though he's stacked. He's only a shoving stack. So I was raising probably because the table's playing tight. I have shitload of chips, and I feel obviously I'm better than most of these players. Uh, Not to be an ass or anything, but you know, if this guy flats me, I'm in position. If he flats me, I'm kind of in trouble because he doesn't have a lot of chips and he plays tight. If he flats me, I really don't give a shit. If he flats me, I don't really give a shit. And if he flats me, I'm gonna feel I'm in trouble. But I felt like I was getting so many good spots to steal here, so I just raised. And he flats, which sucks. So I was pretty much gonna like c-bet maybe one time, like an ace high board, or if I actually hit a king, I'll c-bet. But on that, I was just gonna check fold. And look at this, we flop a beautiful monster flop, and we bet, and he raises, and we shove, and he folds. So um, I think he had like maybe sixes, maybe deuces through sevens there. He might have like an ace jack kind of hand, but I really felt like a player like him who plays pretty tight is if he's gonna, you know, and which gives me a clue that he's probably a decent player. So I felt like if he's gonna win raise there with the stack, there's no way he's folding. So I decided to shove and he folded. So I mean, I've made plays like those, so I'm not saying it's so really bad play by him, but I mean, I just don't want to flat. I mean, I could flat there and just have him hang himself on the turn, but I rather go all in here and take it down too. That's okay too. Standard, I guess. Okay, we might run into one more video. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, a lot of hands to go, right? Fuck. Okay, let's do quickly one more hand and then we'll do one more video, and I promise that would be the last video for this. Okay, where the fuck were we? Shit. Okay, where were we? Okay, here we go. Okay. I hope you're enjoying this. If not, you can go fuck yourself, because I don't really care. Okay, so we have here the fish calls yum yum. Which is fine because we have 9 deuce, so we weren't really looking to play a hand, but whatever, we'll limp. And we flop a 9, and I could lead out here, but I was really hoping the fish would hang himself. And plus, I don't know what he has, so he goes check check bet, and I do something weird, which is just call, because again, this is one of those plays where I felt at that moment that he has absolutely nothing, and even though he might have like a 10 jack and I might give him a free turn card, I felt like whatever, I wanna fight. I mean, I'm not folding here at any turn card. Even if an ace comes, I have a lot of I have a straight draw. So I felt like I'll just like pretend I have a flush draw a weak 4 or 3, and he's gonna bet the turn and I'll win. But the turn is a 10, and I'm like shit. And he said, "Oh, I'm a 60," and I'm like, "Fuck you, I'll put you all in now." And he won, so whatever. I think I could have still called here because his 60 was almost like the flop bet where he was like, "I have nothing." But I was just done giving a free card. Okay, I'll end this video and see you in the next video.